This team lost last night against the Miami Dolphins. They lost a game. They lost players. They're gonna make me lose my mind up in here. We got some things to talk about. And hey, don't worry. You know, Boy Green, he's gonna pick us up. You know, he's the purveyor of positivity, so he's gonna pick us all up. But right now I'm feeling down. So hey, let's try to get up together. Okay. Live, Boy Green meets Wudi.
Can you guys help us get a jet chant here? Yeah, going.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. Come on in.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go!
J-E-T-S, jet! Let's go! J-E-T-S, jet! Let's go! There you go, Woody!
Third Party Thursday.
Chris joining us here on the program with a capital P here on the program.
Jake Asman, come on down. How you doing, good sir?
Wow, what an intro. I mean, Boy Green is known for having the intro, but Woody, that was unreal, man. Thanks for the kind words, son.
We are men of many names.
My favorite Austrian Jets fan right there,
Nice.
baby.
Boy Green
Meets Wudi. Welcome to another episode of Boy Green Meets Wudi. It is your boy James Wudi, and I am still, even in the loss, Wudi, rocking everywhere. Hey, and we told you he was gonna picking us up in the polo. We got the boy who became king, no hats, just looking very dapper, Mr. Paul Esden Jr. How are you doing on this Tuesday, terrible Tuesday afternoon?
You know, Woody, before the season, we talked about doing an event together, you know, combining your powers and my powers together and doing a tailgate. And we said, let's talk about some game possibilities because we knew about the opponents, didn't know the schedule yet. So let's say, this guy, this opponent, and this. And then when we found out, okay, Jets, Cowboys, week 5, here's how we're doing it. We talked about, oh man, what could the Jets' record be for the Cowboys? Get 4-0, maybe 3-1, 2-2 for sure, 1-3, but 0-4, hell no. And yet, here the bleep we are, and that's not ideal. That's not great, and that has me down in the mouth. There's no question about it. But and we'll talk about why I'm feeling a little more uppity. And we'll try to get the fans to rally around that. But, Woody, let's get right to it. This ain't uppity. This is downity, if that's even a word. We saw it last night. You know, at first we have the devastation of our hearts with Braelon Allen fumbling right before he gets to the end zone. What was a beautiful drive. You know, it looked awesome. And then Braelon Allen, boop, ball pops out, Dolphins football. And then all hell breaks loose, and we lose the turnover battle 3-0, and it was terrible. And then beyond just our hearts and bodies hurting for the fumble, then we hurt for the soul of one Braelon Allen, who looked like he had a nasty injury on a kick return. And people were questioning why he should be on kick return. We could get into some of that later, perhaps. But Braelon Allen, the injury news is in from NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport. So, you know, let's do it. Let's get to it. Aaron Glenn, he spoke a couple hours ago. He did not have an update, but Ian Rappaport does. Braelon Allen, who was ruled out last night with a knee injury, suffered an MCL sprain, likely to land him on injured reserve. For those who don't know, that means you have to miss a minimum of 4 games, which would take Braelon Allen out through the bye week. If he does get placed on IR here shortly, he's going to seek additional medical opinions to see if there's another opinion he prefers over what we saw. But the injury did not look good. That would mean for the games laid out here that, Woody, you jump in here for your boy Agent Zero. And I know we have Agent Zero fans in the audience. The Week 5 Dallas Cowboys game, that's at home. The Week 6 Denver Broncos game is in London. The Week 7 Carolina Panthers game is at home. And then the Week 8 Cincinnati Bengals game is on the road. And then the Jets have a bye in Week 9. So he'd be out for a month plus, of course, before he comes back. First off, just give us, this is the start of the show before we get to everything else, that Braelon Allen injury update. Update grim. Not good. Out for at least a month plus.
I mean, you compare this news to the news and the visual of Tyreek Hill, and it doesn't look so grim. When he did take that hit, it did look bad. I thought that missing the year was a possibility. So to me, this is actually good. It's a relief. I said, oh, okay, we will see him later this year, because it did not look like to be the case. And again, going back to Tyreek Hill, prayers to him. We knew that one right away, unfortunately. And with this one, it did look bad. I did assume that, but I think this one is a relief, and I am excited to see the Killer Bees. That was the number one point that I made for the preview for this game, was trying to bring back the Killer Bees. And for those first two drives, I think they did a fantastic job. They did in 2 carries, Braelon had the 20 yards that I threw in my parlay that I cashed last night. And they were out here balling. Brees had a fantastic game, over 100 all-purpose yards. I had a whole different a whole thing on jetnation.com about duos that had 50 yards each in a game. That's something that Braelon and Brees have only had once in 19 tries. And based on what I saw the first 2 drives, it looked like this was about to be the second time that they did that. So it's a big loss. Very unfortunate. Love Braelon. But for the glass half full gang, Isaiah Davis is pretty darn talented himself, and he had a pretty good game when he filled in. So shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to the Jackrabbit indeed. I'll be honest, I guess it depends on perspective, right? You thought it looked not quite Tyreek Hill level, but we thought that, like, oh boy, this could be really bad. And so to hear that it's only, quote unquote, potentially 4 games, that's a relief. Me, I was like, man, I just hope this is like nothing. And to get 4, it kind of gets me. So I guess it depends on the perspective, which gets sort of affected there. Here's what the Jets have left in the room. We have a full article in the YouTube description down below from before the show. So Braelon, let's just put him off on an island for now. The Jets have Brees Hall. They have who Wudi brought up, Isaiah Davis. Kene Nguanu, Aaron Glenn showed some early optimism in the press earlier that he can return, and he was used a lot in training camp at running back. We obviously have not seen that much of the season because he got hurt in week 1, and then he's been out the last couple of weeks. So Kene Nguanu is in that mix. They have Andrew Beck, he's a fullback, and they only have 1 running back on the practice squad. That is Lawrence Toafili, who has bounced on and off the practice squad for like months. Like he on, off, wax on, wax off. And it's been sort of going back and forth. So another move could certainly be coming here. If the Jets place Braelon Allen on IR, they would have a roster spot to play with. We'll see if there's another running back they could potentially add out there in free agency land. So, tough news there for Agent Zero, which sucks. So let me ask you this real quick, because it's a little bit of a buzzing topic. I don't think I really had the negative take on this, but I don't want to paint it. A lot of people criticize the Jets' decision because Braelon Allen did not get hurt as a running back. He got hurt as a return man. He had the 1 return for 24 yards, got hurt when he ran into that pile of bodies, and he got hurt there. I saw Connie Carberg, shout out to the first female scout in NFL history, and our very own Jets scout, and Connor Hughes pointed this out. They both were like, what the hell is Braelon Allen doing on a return? That isn't the first time he's been on a return. I just want to clarify that for people that don't know the history of it. He has had returns before. But a lot of people criticize the Jets' decision-making for having Braelon Allen back there because of what he is, body type and style, that it does not fit the return man theme. What say you, Wudi, on that theme, that topic?
To me, that's one of those, damned if you do, damned if you don't type situations. Like, there's been clear issues with the return game. Okay, yeah. Xavier Gibson, had to hit him with it. Now the dude that they replaced Xavier Gibson with, if you've read any,
you better pick up that prop again. You better pick up that prop again, because I hope we're using it again. Snip, snap, snip, snap.
I mean, if you read any of my guys Take Flight today, Brent's comments, right? He wants that prop out right now. And he fumbled, right? Like, yeah. So There have been clear issues. So all they're trying to do is just find somebody with a pulse, with hands that can go out there. So if Braelon met the qualifications, I mean, this is a very necessary part of the game. How could I get mad? And like you said, this wasn't the first time. It's been solid. He just happened to get hurt on this one. Injuries, unfortunately, they're a part of the game. I think it's crazy, actually, to call that out and try to find fault. There are so many things we can easily find fault with this franchise. That decision is not one of them.
Yeah, I agree completely. Like I said, I saw Connor Hughes point that out. I saw Connie, and I love Connie and Connor for that matter. I didn't realize there was a double C action happening there. I do appreciate and respect them both. But yeah, like the fact that he's a bigger guy, he is a very unique talent. We don't need to, it doesn't have to be square peg, square hole. Like there's short guys, there's tall guys, there's fat guys, there's slim guys, there's all kinds of people that can be return men. I mean, considering what I just said, you'd think it'd be a little easier for the Jets to find one since I'm not, my dating profile is pretty open. Okay. I'm not just saying, hey, I'm looking for, 25 to 35 in this field. No, I'm wide open. What's going on? Who's available? Who's ready to mingle? That's what I'm looking for at the return game. So for the love of Pete, I mean, come on, people. I think we're just sort of like honing in on something that doesn't exist. But real quick on Isaiah Williams, you ready to pack his bags? We did it week 1. Old Xavier Gibson, fumble Rooski. Cost him a touchdown. Jets lose by only a handful of points. We go to week 4. Isaiah Williams. Oh, that ball's going to go out of bounds and give us the ball at the 40-yard line. Whoop! Let me save that real quick. Fumble-aya. And Isaiah Williams, booyah, immediate touchdown by the Dolphins. What in the world? How hard is it to find a gosh darn return man? That's what I want to know. And number 2, should we pack Isaiah Williams' bags? Did he even get back on the flight? Should he have even be allowed on the flight? James Wudi, what's up?
Damn, the skating review. I mean, you omitted the fair catch at the 2-yard line, which was the Gibson special right there. Yeah, he probably has played his way off the team. I do agree again with my guy Brent. We're in complete lockstep. Kane, once he is healthy, I mean, look out. We've already seen it, and I was looking forward to seeing it all year. And so far, we only got the one great return, and yeah, I mean, we need is it a hamstring? We need whatever it is.
Kane?
Yeah.
Hamstring, yep.
Yeah. We need to come on now. Mike Evans plays with bad hamstrings every game. All right. We need him out there to do his thing. Because it's been real bad without him. And for the attackers of that Braelon Allen decision, Isaiah Davis has also been returning kicks. So now we're back in the situation where our RB2 and most likely Kane and Nwangwu is going to be returning kicks, and I think that's fine. I think that's good. Just no more, please, no more fumbles on these returns, man.
The Jets lead the league in fumbles, by the way. I believe it's up to 7 or 8. I'm losing track because it's hard to. They're at 7 or 8 fumbles overall, and however many are lost among that group, and they lead the league. I saw that yesterday on ESPN. Thank you for that, ESPN. Exactly what I was looking for as I was searching for answers, dropping down to 0-4. You know what?
I actually have that stat. Do you want that stat?
Yeah.
The fumble stat. Yeah, because it was shared to me.
Okay.
And I was dumbfounded. They've lost 8 fumbles. I mean, they lost 8 fumbles or dropped 8 fumbles, and they lost 6 of them.
Oh, okay, I see. They fumbled,
right?
lost. They recovered 2. Yeah, I got you. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So of the 8 fumbles dropped, they've recovered 2. Of the 6 fumbles forced, they've recovered 0. Quinnen had a beautiful punch last night on I want to say that was A-Chain.
Yes.
Couldn't recover that. Quincy last game. I mean, we constantly see it. We see it, and they're just nowhere near the football. And I know that was one thing that the Saleh era, that they struggled with as well. And it's just crazy because in the offseason, we saw so many things. Ooh, AG, got refs, right? So that, we can address this penalty issue. We got real refs happening. We got all these, peanut drills. We got all this, tackling drills. And still, those are the three main problems with this team. I really think if you look bird's eye view, there's obviously a lot of problems, but bird's eye view, the three biggest problems with what I have seen all 4 weeks is the penalties, the tackling, and the fact that they're the only team in the NFL without a takeaway. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And those are specifically the three things that that's what gets me. If Adrian was like, yo, we're gonna have a high flying offense, or we're gonna do this, we'll do that, and these are the problems, it's just like, damn, all right, hopefully he pays attention to this. No, this is what he said he was paying attention to from day one, that he was gonna work on all summer. So what were they doing during the summer, bro? So that's my issue. As the fire Aaron Glenn stock continues to rise. I mean, hey, so here, he said it the day he was hired, and I'm sure he's getting more and more followers to his clan by the week.
Wow.
Oh, Fire and Glenn. By the way, today's the last day for raffle tickets, so you're $1 away from another one. So Fire and Glenn, if you want to, send out another Fire Aaron Glenn message at some point later in the show, feel free to take advantage to get one raffle ticket for a contest, $3 a piece for raffle tickets. And Woody, you already have the stat, so I don't have to play the trivia music and do this long, drawn-out thing. There are 32 teams in the National Football League. We're 4 games into the season. Bye week start this week. And the Jets are the only one without a takeaway. 31 teams in the league, everyone not named the Jets, have at least one, if not multiple, drop picks. You mentioned the Quinnen Williams one. The other one I'm forgetting from earlier in the game, it was somewhere in the Tua handoff, something in the offensive backfield. There's another fumble, but they immediately jumped on that one, which was unbelievable. But the fumbles, the interceptions, all the opportunities that are there. Quincy Williams had a strip sack in that Tampa Bay game, but they didn't count it as a strip sack, and we didn't get the ball anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. But it's just, man. Well, we'll see. No one has brought this up to AG yet at the podium about, hey, old Steve Wilkes, what's happening over there? No one's brought that up to AG yet. And by the way, AG did not have the same sass that he's had in prior pressers. I'm trying to think of like a good example from one of these ones where he's had where he's just sort of been short with reporters and been like I'm not going to answer that stupid question. He didn't do any of that last night. All the questions, I don't know if he gathered himself before coming up to the podium or what, but he didn't have any of that back and forth with fans, or the media, rather. And look, we do have that super check, as Fire Aaron Glenn, of course, wants a raffle ticket in our contest. Why wouldn't he?
Wow.
Hire an offensive-minded head coach that's coached before. Yeah, we did that. Adam Gase. Good old Adam Gase, offensive-minded and previous head coaching experience. That did not work, but that was actually the only time we've dipped the toe in the waters under the Woody Johnson era of going offensive-minded head coach and retread. He checked off both of those boxes. But I know that's where a lot of Jet fans were at. Fire Aaron Glenn. By the way, you have one raffle ticket for our contest. Appreciate it. You're $2.
Well, I mean, Adam Gase is like, you can't say it like that, like, all offensive-minded head coaches are.
And I don't mean to paint it that way if that's how it's coming off. I'm just saying, Woody Johnson's owned the team since 2000. He's owned the team for 25 years. Only once has he gone with a offensive-minded head coach. Hey, I'm not on Fire Aaron Glenn on that bandwagon. He's had a 5-year deal. I'm all in on Aaron Glenn.
You better not lock us into 5 years. Don't say nothing like that.
Well, I mean, that's his contract. But if they went 0-17, he would still be the coach next year.
Nah.
Yes, he would.
That's what you want. That's what you want.
I'm not saying, well, yes, I would not want to fire a Jets legend a year after or within a year.
Who cares about none of that? We are trying to end the longest playoff drought in professional sports.
It would be embarrassing to fire Aaron Glenn less than a year
after
being
0-17. What are you
Well,
talking
that's never
about?
happened before. Obviously, it's a little extreme. We're all in the
So
fields right now.
that's more embarrassing. That's a crazy loser mentality take
What?
that to be okay with 0
Okay.
and 17. It's
Give
okay.
me the line right now. Okay, so let's expand it because 0 and 17, 0 and 17 is pretty crazy. It's never happened before in NFL history. So let's give some wiggle room here. If Aaron Glenn finishes with an insert record or worse, you'd be okay with firing him. What's that record?
3. I'm trying to think about 4. I'm trying to think about if I'm okay with 4. But definitely 3 wins or less. What are you talking about?
No way. No chance.
That's crazy.
The Chiefs would look like
come on,
the craziest.
yo, chime in. Let me know. Am I bugging?
Yes.
0 and 17 is fireable easily. What are you talking about?
No.
This team.
He is still the coach. 100%.
I think that's what you want. We're talking about what we need.
It's not about what do you mean? What do we need? We're pot committed to the Aaron Glenn show. Whether people like it or not, we are pot committed to the Aaron Glenn show. And
not for 5 years. Not for 5 years.
Well, I'm not saying for all 5 years. That's his contract. But they're going to give him at least 3 years to figure this out.
3? They're not going to give him at least 3.
What do you mean, man? They are not going to go with this constant carousel. They gave Robert Saleh 4 years. They gave Gase 2, and we all knew Gase. There was no question.
What do you mean? Well, hold on. That's not Gase went 7 and 9. Like that was
not with his roster. Come on, man.
What do you mean? No.
There were leftovers on that. He had little to do with the construction of the 7 and 9 roster. A lot of the pieces were already there.
That's not true. What are you talking about? That was Darnold's second year. Darnold looked better his second year than his first year. He was 7 and 6.
Did he get Darnold? No, those weren't his guys.
Yeah, what is that? What does that have to do with
anything?
The team before that had won how many games?
Okay.
He improved the win total.
And here's the thing I remember about that season, right? Because you bring up Adam Gase, who, by the way, also in that season of Adam Gase started off 0-4 too. He started off 0-4 as a first-time head coach. He's in the same literal boat that AJ's in. And by the way, on old Adam Gase, they finished the season red hot. They won 6 of their final 8 games for that 7-9 season. They're the second hottest team in football. The only team that was better than them were the Baltimore Ravens, went 8-0 in the second half of that season and in the regular season. So,
well, Gase's chosen QB, Sam Darnold, in the 4 games, he only played the one, right? No, he had a winning record. He was 7 and 6, right, with Gase, and he missed most of those games because my man's, he was macking it in New York City, got some mono, and he wasn't playing. Fields is out here, and Fields right now as a starter is 0-3.
And he looks good. Look at the stats on old Justin Fields. JF7.
Oh, yeah. We go, woo, yeah, 0-3. We looking good.
Well, we're
might have done the franchise.
Yeah, it's 0-4, but
I'm saying Fields. He didn't play against the Bucs.
I'm glad that you don't put that on him. I appreciate that.
My God.
All right, let's get to some questions. Some questions from the chat. We got Hennessy Heisman coming in here.
Wow.
Yes, he's identified the secret formula, the Krabby Patty formula. He's been a member for a year. Thank you. When we want to tank, that's when the team will win. First up, what are we tanking for? I have looked at nothing with the draft. I have no idea what's going on.
Norris Sellers, the future.
Oh, South Carolina kid. Okay, great.
The future.
Yeah. I don't need no speaking of SpongeBob reference. I don't need future. No, thank you. No, thank you. By the way,
get some Sellers and Harbor.
Wow.
Dan the Jets fan 21 here. By the way, you get a raffle ticket with your super chat coming in. Thank you. I just realized Aaron Glenn and Adam Gase are the same initials. Also alarming. Team hasn't scored a touchdown the first half of the last 3 games. That's not great.
That's not great. That's definitely the opposite of great. But if you want to look glass half full, it means that the second half adjustments, have been working. Because they've only lost by 1 score in 3 of the games. So that's actually pretty impressive when you consider that stat.
That is true, I guess. And thank you for the AG, Aaron Glenn, Adam Gase. I don't remember anyone ever calling Adam Gase AG, so thank God for that, I guess. So that isn't tainted in some way, Dan the Jets fan, but nonetheless, that's
they about to have the same length of tenure as the New York Jets.
No, they're not. Stop it, Woody.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on. Okay, come on. I just can't. You just got to believe, man. You just got to believe. Do you know what?
I believe that this team is ass. That is what I believe.
Okay, Cam Ward. All right. I appreciate you keeping it a buck there. Let me ask you this, Woody. Let me ask you this, okay? As we're going through all this, apparently. Do you know what the definition of faith is?
Hit me with it, Webster.
Belief without evidence. That is faith. I believe in Santa. Have I seen his fat ass come down the chimney? No, but I still believe he's coming at night at Christmas, dropping those Christmas presents. The Easter Bunny. Have I seen him hip-hopping all over my house? No, but I got faith. The Lord above. Although I've seen signs from the Lord above, but he's up there too, okay? Faith is belief without evidence. And there is absolutely no evidence so far that the Jets are going to win a damn game this year. But I've got faith in AG. He's saying the right things. He can turn this around, man. He can turn this around.
Damn. Did you see my guy Rory Garvin? He does fantastic work. Jet News on Instagram.
Of course, yeah. We've seen it several times, yes.
He had a post where he literally cut up Salah and AG saying the exact same thing.
Oh, that was awful. I saw that, yeah.
It is what it is. What are you talking about? It's the same old stuff. Same old Jets. It literally is just like you cannot even argue against. It is the same old things. Oh, instant coffee league. Oh, not the same old Jets.
That one I forgot about. There was some we remember receipts and this and that. And I'm not saying AG has literally said everything that's always said, but there were some of them that he said, and then I saw a couple like, oh shit, forgot about that one. Oh, well. And it's not like that. It's just the default. AG's not studying old Robert Saleh pressers. And by the way, why the hell would he? It's just so strange that they are using all this same terminology. They've come from completely different places. It's just, it is a little weird. It was a little weird. Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when you got the first time DC. That's what we're doing the same thing. Like you just said, Woody, in all his time as owner of the team, chose the one offensive minded coach. Every other coach was a first time head coach. A DC turned first time head coach. So we back in that role. We back doing that. Of course, obviously Rex, had his success. We all love Rex, but everybody else has been
Mangini, Herm Edwards.
Okay.
Bulls, you're number one.
Look at you trying to grasp at straws. To answer, a couple people have come in late and want to know about the update to our guy Braelon Allen.
Well, thank you for
one
that.
half of the Killer Bees. So here it is. MCL sprain most likely will go to IR, which means that he will be out through the bye week. So we are not going to see our boy for a little bit of time.
And just to add one more piece to that, when I say through the bye week, you are forced to miss 4 games minimum. That's so it's not 4 weeks, it's 4 games. So let's say the Jets bye week was next week. They can't go, we'll put him on IR and sweet. Now he only misses 3 games. It's 4 games. But why we say with the bye week, and as Woody just said it is week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8, and their bye just happens to be week 9. So he would have an extra week of rest if he's ready to go immediately after IR. Now, that's not always the case. Injured reserve is minimum 4 games. Some players can be out for 8 weeks, all kinds of weeks. We don't know exactly. But terrible news for Braelon. So thank you, Woody, for bringing that up because we have 300 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe. I know people come in and out of the show, and that's a headline, so I want to make sure we address it. So we'll continue to bring that up for anyone that asks about the Killer Bees and Braelon Allen and things of that nature. Here, Woody, I know you're a big Woody 3 guy. You're a big Woody 3 guy, dropping knowledge on the show. I've got a fun one to look ahead for Jets Cowboys. Here's Boy Green. It's not Woody 3. It doesn't really have the same ring to it. I'm going to be honest, and I'm totally, kind of stomping all over your stuff here, obviously. But let's go with a Boy Green 1.
Number 1.
One. That's all I got. Just one thing, baby. I just got one, and it's this. It's from our guy that actually will be joining us this Thursday, Woody, for our third party Thursday. His name is RJ Ochoa, who covers the Dallas Cowboys for Blogging the Boys. He's one of the biggest Cowboys content creators on the planet. So a big shout out to RJ Ochoa, who you guys can enjoy. He's constantly on the Up and Adams show with Kay Adams, and he'll be joining us coming up on Thursday. And he dropped one that I would like to bring here to the show for Boy Green 1. And maybe this will be a new bit. I can do a Boy Green 1 every week. And 1. Hit him with it. Go to the cup. Hit him with the and 1. Here it is from RJ Ochoa. The Dallas Cowboys have allowed 3 straight opposing quarterbacks to throw for 3 touchdowns against them. Russell Wilson, Caleb Williams, Jordan Love. Will Justin Fields be next? And I put this was my response to OJ, not RJ. Now that he asked,
OJ, that's what
I did just combine that, didn't I? He didn't ask for my opinion on this, but I saw it on Twitter, so I thought he was asking. So I just responded with this: "Take flight, baby! Hell yeah! Add it to the list. The Boy Green, and 1. How about that? 3 tutties coming from my boy JF7."
Yeah. I wouldn't hold my breath for that, but can the team score 3 touchdowns? Yeah, definitely. That I would actually the Dolphins and the Cowboys games, I was expecting both of them to be high scoring affairs.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess last night kind of delivered. It actually definitely delivered because I bet the over.
Pass the over under. Yeah, right. 44.5, I believe.
Yeah. Yes. So yeah, I was right on that. I think the Cowboys is going to be more of the same. But I have no faith whatsoever in our defense. I think we're just going to continue to lose shootouts. Justin Fields. I had never seen the stat in my life about Justin Fields being 0-21 when his team allows 21 points.
Well, that was your thing, right?
Yeah, that was my thing over the summer, and you guys were like, "Oh, Woody, stop being so negative," And I was like, "Oh, this is just a stat," and our defense was allowing that last year. Okay, now we going into this year, and I just seen, it was one of those like Bleacher Report or someone was like, "Oh, Fields is now 0-24." So I was like, "Damn!" Like they out here, they stealing stats, man. They stealing stats.
You tip the cap to the do at James Woody.
Did nothing. And I promise I'd never seen any of that. Like when I stumbled upon that fact, I double checked it, triple checked it 4 times, 5 times, put it on this show, got a lot of hate, and now Bleacher Report is out here, taking all my views. So, but my point is that the Bills, right? I didn't mean the Bills actually. I meant the Steelers.
Oh, okay.
And then this game, right? They allow that. I mean, the Bills, they did allow that too, but Fields was ass. Like, we can't even, say like it was close. Like, but this, at least it was 1 score. I just don't think they can win a shootout. I really don't. It's, always losing the turnover battle. The penalties are unbelievable. Yeah. And I usually don't like to get at the refs.
Say it.
But the last night was pretty bad. The last night, the referee was pretty bad. Like neutral, and that's the best part about when it's prime time, because I get people who normally don't watch the games that hit me up and people, like Vikings fans, whatever fans, and they're like, like Fields was 5 yards out of bounds. Smacked his head against it. He could have got concussed from that. Like, did he need to get concussed to get the flag? Like, that's crazy. Obviously, the Garrett offensive PI was the most outrageous call. Like, barely any contact.
Yeah. One of the worst ones was Macho Man Randy Savage, Jeremy Record. He's on the ground. God, it's just so great to be on a Monday night. Pow! What the hell? He just went, wait. I mean, he was laying on the ground. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, boom! And I'm looking around like, what the fuck? What the hell just happened? And nothing. The refs are.
No.
I'm like, you're not shitting me, man. Like that would Jeremy Ruckert should consider filing a police report. I mean, good night. Oh my god! Some of the stuff like I'm just looking around like you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah,
and then the Tua crap again. If you're gonna call it like that, and hey, let's let shit fly. Fine, so be it. Turn the cat backward and let's play football. But then Tua on that key third down, he's rolling out the pocket. He's like, shit, ain't gonna get this. Bloop! It just goes dead. For anyone that's got kids. Everyone's got kids. You know what I'm about to say. When they go dead weight, I'm carrying my kid, and all of a sudden they just go whoop, like a puppet, a 50-pound puppet. And I'm like, oh god, just dead body. Tua just felt like a sack of potatoes, like right before he was about to get hit. He just said, "Yeah, I'm gonna slide." Whoop. And then the Jets are like, "Oh Jesus!" Like they're trying to stop the car. Oh Jesus! There's something in the middle of the road. And then blah blah blah. And then the ref. Oh, wait, we got it. Wait. Here we go. Let's get it.
Oh, boy Green prop. Boy Green prop.
Hey.
Hey.
And then there's this one I joked about because I did the live broadcast last night, and there was a penalty clearly on the Dolphins. And I'm like, let's make sure, sarcastically, let's make sure nothing's up. And then the refs talked, and I'm like, there's no fucking way. And then they waved off the penalty. I saw them try to explain it like, hey, this is supposed to be a block in the back, but it's not. And then they picked up the penalty, and AG's like, what? What the hell? You called it. You said what the penalty was. And then you're like, nah, we're good. Like, here, shove this up your ass, officials. God damn it. Like, come on, man.
Damn. I cannot believe that I hit this with the preface of I don't like talking about the refs. I literally said we had penalties, we had all these different things, and somehow, somewhere, I knew somebody was going to be like, "Oh, so you guys are saying that the refs cost the Jets a game?" No, I very clearly did not say that. I literally specifically said before I brought this up that was not the case. I never liked doing that, all that type of stuff. But the preface didn't even matter because I still have somebody asking this question. So no, not at all. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But there were some calls where I got text messages from neutral fans. I was like, damn, I cannot believe. And yeah, the Ruckert one, Garrett, OPI, that callback penalty as well. The Fields, and then of course Joe Tippmann, whose helmet got ripped off. And that's not the penalty they called. They
called holding. They called holding on a different offensive line. And he just went like this. And I'm like, Tippmann, in the future, don't do it so blatantly because, like, the player disengaged with you after ripping your helmet off and went after Justin. So you got it. You can't go that far. So did the refs cost the Jets game? No. They lost a turnover battle 3-0. You're barely in those games, let alone have a chance to win. And then CBW says, did BG miss the part where the Jets player arm hit to his head? There is a difference between being a pocket quarterback in the pocket and then being a runner. When you're a runner, you're a runner. There's not magic fairy rules that are supposed to protect you. He was a runner, and last second did not give the defender enough time to transition from, I'm sliding defenseless player. That's my issue. It's not that they didn't touch Tua at all, which they barely did, but it was the fact that they touched him when he slid last second. And then the refs are like, oh, shit, whoop. I'm getting used to my official flag prop over here. I guess I got to use more often. I mean, it's just unbelievable. So, again, the Jets lost. They're 0-4. We got no one to blame but ourselves. 0-4, and that's what we're staring at.
Definitely can blame AG and Steve Wilkes. That's what we can definitely do. And I got no problem doing it.
No, apparently not.
But no, Boy Green, no, we got to wait till 2030 before we can put any blame on AG because that's his contract. So we got to see how that goes for Boy Green. I did want to say this because last night I was, obviously mad. I thought we was gonna win last night actually. So
yes,
I was. It was the first game of the 4 games where I was like, oh, I think we're gonna win this one. So to lose, it was extra. Like damn. So I came on to the Boy Green post game. And the only thing I saw from the post game was our guy, EZ talking about how he's $300 in the hole, all this type of stuff. And I'm not here to really talk about what he was saying because I kind of tuned out after that. But what I am gonna say is that him talking about this upcoming tailgate got me hyped again. Because I am so excited to see so many of you. I'm so excited, and I see you guys in the comments talking about I'm gonna be hammered before this, I'm gonna be hammered before that. Let's go. Let's party. Let's have a great time. I am so excited to meet every one of you. Boy Green, we met the one time, but now we're about to be back like we never left. Some people, if you guys have followed my journey as a content creator, I used to have a show with two people, Abby and Fitz. Both of them will be present at this tailgate, so that's super exciting. The OG TFT, that's something that I have not had happen in person before. So there's so many people in person that I'll be seeing for the first time. We'll be playing games, we'll be eating great food, we'll be dancing, DJ. We got all this this Sunday at MetLife Stadium, and it's going to be a fantastic time.
So let's answer some questions here. So Hennessy Heisman, what parking lot is the tailgate in? That is D1, not D7, D1, so everyone knows. D1. D as in Demario Davis 1. I've wanted to use that the entire time. I've normally said D as a dog or something. D as in Demario Davis 1. So D1 is where the tailgate is. And I just got this information, so we're gonna broadcast the bleep out of it this week so everyone's fully aware. The food will be catered by Chef Kevin Gilbert. If you are someone that's just hearing about this tailgate for the first time, don't expect to swing through and say, I can't wait to try the food. Nope. Tailgate tickets are sold out. So everyone's going to have a pass for the food, a wristband. So, if you don't have a wristband, unfortunately, you can't have any of the food. But, hey, my suggestion is next year, try to be ready to go when we do these tailgates in the future because tickets are limited. We do have several tickets. I don't want to say several. We do have a couple of tickets available for Jets Cowboys that have sprung available, and that money will be donated to charity. So if you guys have interest in going to Jets Cowboys, you want to make a last second decision, reach out to me ASAP. We're going to try to move these very quickly. But the first part of it is what parking lot is the tailgate in? That is D1. Another question that I don't think I saw in the chat, but I just want to announce it. And now we have it official. The tailgate time. If you're out there in the universe and you don't want to show up too early, but you don't want to show up too late, 10 o'clock is when the tailgate will start. And when I say specifically time-wise, that should give us enough time for Chef Kevin Gilbert to set up the food because he's going to be cooking it, of course, live there in the parking lot. It'll be good for our guy, Lou B., who's bringing a DJ and the Sprinter Beast that'll be there to show some music and party it up. And me and Wudi will crack the PA a couple of times and rally the crowd and stuff, which is going to be awesome. So, again, parking lot location, D1. If you go to the MetLife parking lot map, it should be very easy to see. They're all labeled. And go to D1. For people that are coming to our tailgate, that is gold level parking. So if you're getting gold level parking on your own or taking public transportation or anything, we will be in D1. That's where the party will be happening. It should be very clear where we all are in there. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Tailgate tickets are sold out. There's no tailgate tickets left. But like I said, there is a ticket to the game left if you guys would like to sit with us. So please reach out ASAP. Again, that money is going to charity for our Wounded Warrior Project. But yes.
But let's just clarify. If you don't have a tailgate to the ticket, you can still come through and get waxed in cornhole real quick. You can come through. The tailgate price that is for the food. So no sliders.
Yep.
You can't have the food, but you can definitely come through. We'll have plenty of games. You can play any of the games. Definitely, if you want to have a dance off, I know Boy Green is out here. Got some moves. So. We can do all of that. So don't feel like, damn, tailgate sold out. I can't see these guys. No, I mean, we're there, starting at 10, you got a nice window of time to roll through, play a game with us, dance with us, do anything like that, or just simply talk if you want to talk to us.
That's true too. So I appreciate the clarity there, Woody. So yes, the tailgate is. We won't be roped off like, hey, Boy Green. And I'm like, sorry, I'm in a private area. Sorry, man, I can't talk. It's a paparazzi. No, it'll be an open tailgate, so you guys can feel free to come along. Just exclusively for the food and drink that we will be providing will be exclusively for our tailgate commuters that will be there for that. So again, it is D1. It'll start at 10. Chef Kev will stop cooking food at noon, but there should still be food that was just freshly cooked that's waiting there. We'll have the tables and everything outlaid, again, for people with their wristbands on, so that should be great. For people asking about the parking passes, I should have information on that in the next 24 to 48 hours on parking pass, but those are exclusively for people that bought tickets through us. So I don't just have a hookup for parking for any random person out there in the universe. So, Hennessy, I don't know if you bought a ticket through us, so I'm not sure if, unfortunately, I'll be able to help you out there. But the parking pass is exclusively for the Boy Green Coffee Club members that are going to the game. So I do have it for people that bought tickets through us. We have as many parking passes available as tickets sold. So that's how it works, unfortunately. So as if you don't have a ticket through us, you'll have to find it in your own means from that perspective. But yes, it should be for all the people that are buying it through us, $45. That is the cheapest possible price from the Jets. And again, I should be getting a special discount link that you guys will have that buy the tickets out there in the universe. So you guys should have that. I'll give you guys more information. If you provided your email, which you should have, that's how you received your tickets. You'll be getting a notification for that via email when that is available. Let's quickly do a couple of things here, Woody, before we wrap up the show. Another super chat coming in from our boy DNY for life.
Wow.
We can't get rid of A.G. Wilkes. Get Tanya A. and Michelle C. off the field. Play our rookies, JF7. Don't play D. Woody. Wow.
Yeah, hey, I mean, and I'm literally not saying like I'm not the burner behind the fire Aaron Glenn account. I obviously want him to have this season. We were talking about hypothetical, if 3 games or less.
Although I haven't seen you guys in the same place.
But yeah, hopefully we do. My prediction was 7-10. That's still possible, even though we're almost halfway toward those losses. As for Tanya A, that's Tony Adams and Michelle Clemens over here. I'm not going to disagree with that. And yes, Justin Fields does not play defense. Does he play quarterback? I don't know. He's a great running back though. That scamper, 40 yards. That was really good.
Yeah. So, by the way, first off, Woody needs to apologize right now on the show because Woody, I know you're wrong a lot, so it's probably hard to keep track of all the things you're wrong about. But you and Pop were talking about, that Nick Folk leg. I'm not sure it's so strong. 58 yards, career long for the 40-year-old. So let's bring you full screen here, please, to the Nick Folk family, to his beautiful wife, to his beautiful children. Apologize.
I don't know anything about his family, but I definitely did not say, he can't. I was just saying the one that
you
I've
said
seen.
Limp Noodle.
The one that I've seen, should we play the clip? The one that I've seen looked wobbly. To see what he did last night. He had 2 different 50-yarders, including his career long 58 yards. Even the announcers were like, damn, 58 yards. Nick Folky's a little old. But it was a beaut. It was a beautiful, beautiful kick. There are a lot of issues that we had last night. Nick Folk was not one of them. So hats off to you, my good sir.
All right, that wasn't exactly the
because I didn't say that. I didn't say he stunk. I didn't.
You raised the red flag of the Nick Folk ship. I don't know, guys. That looked a little Limp Noodle. We should probably keep an eye on that.
It was a question. It was.
Well, he gave you an answer last night, pal. You had a question. Well, I got the answer. Booyah! Folk hero. I don't know what we have in terms of wins, but I know we got our kicker locked down. Cha-ching! We got Nick Folk on lock. Anywho,
we do.
Everybody. Passionate show, a lot of fun. I want to thank everybody for tuning in here to Boy Green Meets Woody, which was a lot of fun. We're going to have another one on Thursday. I mentioned it. RJ Ochoa, one of the great Dallas Cowboy content creators out there in the universe, massive following. He'll be joining us on Thursday for our Third Party Thursday. We'll be talking more about this tailgate. I'll be pumping the crap out of it on Boy Green Daily, so you guys will definitely hear me say the parking lot location, time, and all that jazz. Of course, the tailgate, quote unquote, starts at 10 in terms of food. You guys can show up early if you want to hang out. Me and Woody and everybody else, for the most part, should be there. I'm going to be there when the gates open at 8, just so we can get our entire situation sort of put together. So, guys, you can feel free to come early. If you want to come later, that's up to you. But just so you know, that food window will be 10 to 12 in terms of cooking. And then after that, it'll be whatever food is left over. And then Chef Kev will be closing down because he's joining us for the game. So keep that in mind as well. But Woody, any final thoughts?
Yeah, thank you guys for riding with us. This is a fun one. My God, I can't even speak. This was a fun episode.
Yeah.
Take Flight Talk. I seen you guys so active in there. They know you're not slipping. All right, there was a lot of comments coming in from a lot of directions. And if you do come through from Oregon, yes, of course we can break it down for the tailgate. But yeah, appreciate you guys. I don't know about this team, but I know about us. I know about the fan base. I respect us. I love us. And I can't wait to be around in a sea of us this Sunday.
Damn straight. Like the video, hit subscribe, but we will see you for Boy Green Meets Woody on Thursday. We'll, of course, see you guys for the tailgate coming up this weekend. And I'll be back for Boy Green Daily tomorrow morning. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you.